I can give you another viable suspect other than Willow or Michael.
Okay. Who would that be?
Portia Robinson.
Did you just pull that name out of thin air?
Not exactly.
Fine. What possible reason would Portia have for shooting Drew?
Oh, I could give you several.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Soul Caps, y'all. So let's talk about this conversation with Rick and Alexis real quick. And I'm going to discuss some of my latest thoughts on the Portia situation. I'm going to also direct y'all, because I went in a little bit more deeper. I'm probably not going to go too deep here, because I don't want to repeat myself, and I don't got a lot of time to talk about this. But go back into the Kai and Trina video, and I'll talk a little bit further about why I don't think Portia shot Drew. Because before, I was more 50-50 about it. Now, I just really don't think she did. And I think there's three things that, for me right now, is really counting her out. So go back and watch that video to hear all of that. But the way this conversation started out between Rick and Alexis was, so Rick came over. Y'all know he's trying to make peace lately. And he made peace with Sonny for now. He's trying to make peace with Alexis on the behalf of his daughters, Molly, and, well, not his daughters, but their daughters, Molly and Christina, trying to be reasonable parents for him, right? For some reason, I believe Rick on that, because maybe when he was down there in the basement, he had a lot of time to think about some things. And maybe he's definitely wanting to change his ways a little bit with Alexis and Sonny. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. I don't count Rick completely out of anything. But, so he came over there because he was trying to see, you know, obviously he's representing Rocco right now. He's trying to see the best way to defend Rocco. And so he asked Alexis about having Charlotte and Danny come forward because they were in the lab with Rocco. Now, Alexis says she refuses to risk Danny's freedom because of, you know who, the one and only Drufus. So Rick said he's prepared to make her an offer to sweeten the deal, right? And this is where they got over to the Portia part of the conversation, right? So Rick said there's another suspect out there that Alexis already knows about, because her and Felicia was just discussing that. Because remember, Felicia came over there before Rick came over to talk about this situation. So the shooter suspect being Portia Robinson. And then that's when Alexis asked why the doctor would shoot Drew. And Rick says he could give us several reasons. And we'll probably be going over that in tomorrow's episode because it ended right there. So like I said, go over to the Trina and Kai video where I went over some things over there about my thoughts of Portia. But just for those of you that's still on this video, I'm just going to talk about a couple things here with Portia. Now, like I said, with Portia, I definitely don't think she shot Drew. Mainly because of what Alexis just asked him. Why would a doctor shoot Drew? And she knows exactly, being a doctor, where to kill this dude at. So unless she wanted to leave him alive. But the one thing that I brought up in the Trina Kai video is I don't know if that ringtone scared off the shooter. That's a key thing for me, is if that ringtone that was on the phone that was supposed to be a Scout's ringtone scared the shooter off into finishing the job. Now with Portia, I think she would just shoot him in the head. I think anybody that really wants you dead would just shoot him in the head, bro. It's I don't know if it's an amateur thing that's going on. I don't consider, even though Portia's probably never killed anyone in her life, but just her being a doctor, she just knows where a person will die at instantly. You know what I'm saying? If they got shot. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't know if I could believe that. And then I still think Isaiah's a valid alibi. You know, they don't believe so. And the reason why Felicia came forward to Alexis about it is because she saw that Portia was off for the rest of the night after 8 p.m., which left her plenty of time to go and shoot Drew. And I just don't know. Look, I thought about this very hard over the last couple of weeks, ever since it was brought up on the show. I thought about Portia before as a suspect. But it's just not really adding up for me. It's just not. I think also the fact that the shows bring her up as hard as they are right now, it feels like a red herring thing, and they're trying to throw you off the loop. I just don't think the shooting suspect was Portia at all. And y'all know the people that I suspect did it, you know. And by the way, next weekend, so we got a short 3-day week on GH. Thanksgiving weekend. I already recorded the video on Emily. I just need to put it together now. At some point that weekend, it may be on my Soul Caps Plus Patreon channel first. Then I'll put it on YouTube. But we're going to make that video. And I also want to make the Sam one, but I'm going to have to make that one at a later date, though. But sometime during Thanksgiving weekend, I'm going to try to put that video together for y'all. My thoughts on Emily being a potential comeback from the dead suspect. But we'll see. But going ahead and give me your thoughts on this. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this one. Soul Caps, y'all.